Hi everyone, so today we have an election prediction between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. So I haven't done this one in a while, so I'm going to redo it. We're going to start off with the safe and toss-up, and then I'll go into margins. So let's start off with the states that we know will not flip. The West Coast is predominantly Democratic. No reason why Trump should win there. All across the heart of the country, really safe Trump territory. I can't really see Joe Biden making significant inroads in these areas. Maybe Indiana, Missouri would be likely, but Texas would be likely. Montana, yeah, you could put that as likely. I think with Bernie Sanders it would be likely, but not with Joe Biden. Illinois is safe. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, the District of Columbia, New York, Vermont, the 1st District in the state of Maine, and West Virginia is safe for Trump. So we start off with 183 for Joe Biden, 105 for Donald Trump. Now let's go into margins. So, sorry, I have a bit of a cold today. Oh, Nebraska is safe for Trump. So that 2nd district, I'm going to put that as a leaning Trump. I can't. If it was Sanders, that would be likely Sanders, but not with Joe Biden. Texas, that's likely for Trump. 2020 is not the year that Texas flips. New Mexico and Colorado, both likely for Joe Biden. Can't see Trump winning in those states. Nevada, that's between likely and leaning. I'll leave it as leaning for the moment. Arizona, that's leaning for Trump because 2024, it probably will flip, but not 2020, not just yet. Missouri and Indiana are both likely for Trump. The last time Missouri went blue was forever ago, and the last time Indiana went blue was in 2008, and it's really can't see much possibility of a Biden victory. Minnesota, that would be likely for Joe Biden. The entire Rust Belt pretty much is likely for Joe Biden. Now, my reasoning behind the Rust Belt is that Donald Trump has really lost his grip on the Rust Belt a lot. In 2020, he probably will focus on it if someone runs like Cory Booker, Hillary Clinton. But if someone like Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden runs, Trump will know that these states are already in the Democrat column. If they narrowly went to him with a candidate like Hillary Clinton, who isn't the best person to appeal to the Rust Belt, they're easily going to go to the Democrat against a Rust Belt candidate like Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders. Now, Ohio, that I'm going to leave as a pure toss-up. I'll just put it as a pure toss-up there. Okay. Iowa, I would say that's leaning Trump. He carried it by 9 percentage points in the year 2016. Can't see it flipping. Over in Maine at large, that's likely for Joe Biden. That 2nd district, again, I would classify as a pure toss-up. Now we have an area called the South. So the South is going to be very important in this election, given Joe Biden's appeal to African Americans coming from the Obama administration. Virginia, that has been trending more Democratic. I'm going to leave that as likely for Joe Biden, effectively making him the next president of the United States. I'm actually going to change, and I'm going to put New Mexico as safe, and I'm going to put Nevada. Actually, Nevada can keep there. Actually, New Mexico is also closer to likely. Sorry about that. Virginia is likely for Joe Biden, just given how it's changing. Going down to North Carolina, that's going to be a really closely watched state. Donald Trump has a conservative base in North Carolina. However, Joe Biden, coming from the Obama administration, Barack Obama was able to carry the state of North Carolina 10 years ago. That was when the African American population was smaller than it is now. However, the conservative base has also grown, and Trump won it by more than people expected him to win it. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes down to a real battleground. I'm going to leave it as a pure toss-up for now. Georgia, that's probably not going to flip. 2020 is not the year. 2024 is the year for Arizona and Texas probably. But 2028 or 2032 is the year for Georgia to flip. The African American population needs to grow, and Democrats need to improve their ability with white voters. So I think that Georgia is not going to flip anytime soon. Now, Florida, I see that going to Joe Biden because of Joe Biden and his message will really resonate with many of these minority voters. Going up to New Hampshire doesn't really need much explanation. Likely for Biden. I mean, Clinton carried it. No reason why Biden cannot carry it. So now let's go into the pure toss-ups. Ohio, that's going to be really, really closely watched. I still think it's a pure toss-up, but North Carolina, I think that can narrowly go to Trump, just because if this was 2024, it would go to Joe Biden. If it was even 2022 and there was a presidential election in 2022, I still think it will go to Joe Biden because North Carolina is still a conservative state. It's gone once Democratic since something like 1956. I'm probably getting my facts wrong there. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but something like that. So it's gone once in a really extreme blue wave year. It's going to be really close in North Carolina, but I still think Trump will edge it out. Going to Maine, that second district I think will narrowly hold on to Trump. And Ohio, that's just going to be a pure toss-up. It'll come down to how the candidates play out their ground games. I'm actually going to leave it as a pure toss-up for right now. History probably tells us that Ohio is going the way the country is going, but then you have to factor in Trump's appeal to Ohio voters. So that's why I'm leaving it as a pure toss-up. So final electoral map, 307 for Joe Biden, 213 for Donald Trump, 18 pure toss-ups, which is the state of Ohio. In Joe Biden's column, we have 183 safe, 89 likely, and 35 leaning. If we change the leaning states to Trump, look what happens. And we give Trump Ohio, Joe Biden's still the next president. So in order for Trump to win off this map, he needs to go and find a blue that he can pick off. New Hampshire, not really. Wisconsin would do it, but really this map is not looking that great for Trump. I'll leave it off where we were. So we had 307 for Biden. That needs to be a pure toss-up. 307 for Biden, 213 for Trump. Thanks for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one.